Hello and welcome. This is Rooflemonger, and my friends, today we're talking about a Mortal Kombat 11 patch. And this patch is a little bit of a mystery patch, as there is no patch notes out for this, and it's been some time, and as of the time I'm making this video, there is still no patch notes. Now that said, I'm sure it's full of the requisite, bug fixes and all that kind of stuff. But it turns out there is some fairly major changes happening here, and with this video here, we'll go over everything that we know of. For some characters like Robocop, very big deal, and for some characters like Shang, it's just a nice little quality of life stuff, and a few other points to mention. So let's go over what we know. Hey! So the Shang brutality, which was missing as a Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate, is now back. So something has been changed with it here, and let me show you how to get that brutality. So when Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate hit here, the Soul Swap, which is anywhere on screen, you have to accept the teleport side switch here, and it always does 5%. So it was added so it could be part of your competitive moveset, your competitive variation, but it was changed so the move couldn't kill. Because, as a kill move, well, it's literally guaranteed damage you can't stop, right? So, kinda strong. So, it was changed so it couldn't kill, but when it couldn't kill, then you couldn't get the brutality anymore. So, what the change here is this. So, if you have his debuffs, the vile sorcery moves, and you can either make them do less damage or make them take more damage, when these debuffs are up, then this move can now kill and can end the round. So you have to have the debuff up first, and then you can kill with the move, and at which point, if you can kill with the move, then you're able to get the brutality again. So, competitively, its use is still somewhat suspect, because, that's a pretty big 2-for-1 setup, right? But if you like doing the brutality, well then, at the very least, the option is now back on the table for you. Let's talk Robocop. So Robocop got a pretty big unexpected boon because, well, let's look at this custom variation we have here. Oh, flamethrower and terminal strip. Wait, what is that? Hang on a minute. These aren't banned anymore. Normally, before with Ultimate coming out, if you picked these two together separately, they were fine, but together they were banned. And no longer. This combination of moves is now okay for competitive and ranked play for Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate, which is fantastic because legitimately, for me at the very least, when Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate was announced and we knew all the custom variations were going to be a thing, this is exactly the setup I hoped and dreamed for Robocop. And to be frank, I was incredibly let down by the fact I couldn't do it anymore because I love the concept of you hit him with a flamethrower, then it's time for kind of a strike/grab mix-up, right? So why is this now allowed? Well, it actually has a little bit something to do with Robocop and a little bit something to do with Scorpion. So there was circumstances with the flamethrower and the command grab where the flamethrower granted a guaranteed command grab, nothing you could do to get out of it. Now this was very much a bug because no matter what the frame data says, you're always allowed to, at the very least, neutral duck or jump a throw, right? And in the case of this command grab, since it's a mid, you would always be allowed to jump it. But for whatever reason, the game just didn't work that way with this specific set of moves, and you were guaranteed grab, and that was it. So they took it away, and you know what? Scorpion had the same thing. In fact, we highlighted this in a recent video in that his Demon Breath move gave guaranteed grabs as well. And you know what? Well, for Robocop, it was a bug. The bug is fixed, therefore the variation is allowed. And Scorpion, as I mentioned in the video, it was definitely a broken bug. Not intended, and you know what? That has also been fixed out. So before, if you were to hit anything into Demon Breath, as long as they were standing in the corner, the follow-up throw you would go for was legitimately guaranteed. No possible way out. Now, since it was a regular throw, you were allowed to tech it, yes, but you had to legitimately coin flip 50-50 guess if it was going to be forward throw, back throw, and of course, he has crushing blows on both of his throws, so it was just a really dangerous situation. However, as mentioned in the previous video, was certainly not intentional and now has been fixed. So me as Devora, I'm now allowed to duck it, as I always should have been able to do so, and I'm also allowed to jump out. Once again, as I was always able or at least should have been able to do so. So it now works exactly as intended. So Scorpion lost a powerful gimmick, and Robocop, well, he has an awesome variation now available to him. Now for Rambo and Mileena. So they were kind of at odds with the rest of the cast in that they actually worked like a much older revision of the game, in that they were able to cancel into special moves if you blocked their jump kick. Now this was changed for the rest of the cast a long time ago, right? But for whatever reason, these two characters, it just worked like it did before the patch a long time ago, and that has now been changed and been reverted. So normally, if you cancel any special move off a jump kick, it's just going to come out right away. Simple as that. And if the enemy were to block it, well, then it doesn't come out. Once again, simple as that. However, since the special move did come out on block for these characters, what can happen in situations like this, where you could hit someone at the peak of your jump as Mileena, immediately cancel into your command grab, and then that was it. That was basically a tech throw, right? And of course, depending on where you were on the screen, if it hit, you also got the command grab as well, right? So it was legitimately best of both worlds. On hit, whatever you get it. On block, whatever you get it. So now, if you go for it on block, just like every other character in the game, that special move will no longer come out. This is for Rambo and for Mileena. So this is simply a bug fix. However, this bug was a powerful tool, and it let them get away with stuff that you normally can't get away with, and kind of gave them a little bit of an unfair advantage if you knew what was up in that regard. And now, bug quashed, they play just like everybody else. And finally, for what we know, and once again, patch notes as the time of making this video are not live, which is very odd because normally they'd be live a very long time ago, but whatever. But Rain got a genuine nerf, like a balanced nerf. So let's talk about it. So Hydro Boost, this guy here, one of the, certainly if not the most interesting move for Rain. Lots of people love this move. It ain't a damage nerf. Now it's not a big damage nerf at all. In fact, here, just to show you a combo. So this combo here does 286. Before this patch, it used to do 293. So it's like less than 1%, right? But still, the damage is indeed less than it was before. So, if you know, like the change is so small, like anyone who drops the character over this, feel free to call them a fraud, because that's exactly what they are. It's the smallest damage nerf of all time. But yeah, he'll get like 0.5% less in combos now. Now, why did they feel the need to change it in this regard? I could not give you an answer to that. They chose it, so it happened. But yeah, so a very, very, very small nerf to Rain, but a nerf nevertheless. So yeah, as far as the patch goes, it's an oddball one. There was no fanfare for this patch. It just came out. That's it. I'm sure it's full of all sorts of bug fixes that patches tend to do. But there is some stuff of consequence for the game. And as a mini review right here, patch winners and losers, well then I guess I'd have to say Robocop is definitely a big winner, because Robocop gets the variation I, myself, and many other people were very excited for that was taken away from us in Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate. And now we have it as an option to work with. And I guess Rain's a loser because he now does like 0.5% damage less in some combos. But still, as it is, welcome patch. Glad some things were fixed. For Robocop especially, if you have any love for the character, this is a big deal for him. And otherwise, if there is patch notes that come out eventually, I'll update the top pinned comment with them. But that's it for this video. So thank you very much for watching. Hope this video has found you well. Go out and play some Mortal Kombat.